Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over all of the different software tools and things that I use inside of my agency. If you guys are new to who it is that I am, my name is Elliot Drake and I run a marketing agency as well as an education business called LaneClients.com. And this channel is all about how to grow and build your own social media marketing agency and just overall online business. So basically, for those of you guys who are here and you watch my content daily, I apologize for the lack of uploads. We just moved in here. You guys will see a video probably of the new office, but moving into a new office is kind of a headache, especially it's not a very small office. So we've been moving in, got this nice whiteboard and all that good stuff. So let's jump right into this video. And what I'm going to explain the softwares. I'm going to explain how we use each of these different pieces. So I'm going to go over the overview of what we're going to go and talk about first, all the different pieces to this, and then after that I'll start at each one and break them down, okay? So let's make sure you guys can see me here. I've been having a lot of issues with this lighting. But anyway, so the first one we're going to go over is like a lead generation system. So I'm only putting the most important things in here that we use on a daily basis to get the most results, right? So we're going to go over first what system, what software do I use for myself, and we have a full-time sales team that does this, but it's a process that we developed and how you guys can use it as well. I'm going to go over that. And then the next thing is deal tracking. So we're going to go over what tools do I use to keep track of my pipeline, right? Because we all probably know, if you don't know, the money is in the follow-up. So how are you keeping track of all those leads, especially for us, because we have 40, sometimes on a crazy week, 50 different meetings with new prospects. So how do we take those leads that are warm, hot, and cold, put them into a software, and allow ourselves to keep track of them? The second one is project management. All right, so how we have the clients, we have these different projects, what do I use to basically track that, make sure the project's going as planned, set to-dos, all that good stuff. Second one is team communication. So because a lot of our guys are virtual, and so how do we keep track and stay communicating online? We have a lot of guys in the office as well, but I'm going to go over the team communication thing in a second. You guys are really going to love it. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow this thing, and this is for you guys. The more you engage, the more you comment down what videos you want to see and how I can help you, the easier it is on me, to be honest. Next thing is, this is kind of just I'm going over funnels, because a lot of our business, and also for you guys, if you're dealing with these different clients and actually running ads and building their funnels and things of that nature, we're going to go over that software, which is honestly the one that I use a lot. All right, so let's start right at the beginning, okay? So lead generation, right? So how are we getting leads in the door systematically, right? So it's one thing, let me move this over a little bit so I'm not cropped out, but it's the thing is with your agency, the goal for you is actually to run the business as like a CEO would, and actually run it as a real business owner. The goal is to build things and automate as much as you can and get yourself out of the business, right? And out of the day-to-day. So a lot of you that are starting, you're probably spending so much time doing probably email outreach, quick audits, probably, you might be doing LinkedIn, cold calling, all these different things. And for us, what we've found is we've built a system of how to basically help our sales guys that are literally just doing outreach all day long. I started doing it when we first started, and then I was able to build a system, train other people, so now they do it, and then our sales guys, we pay them on commission of what the leads that they bring in and the deals that are closed. And so we figured out that LinkedIn for our business was the biggest driver. We got the most leads from that. It was the lowest hanging fruit. And so we developed a system with LinkedIn. And we were using a couple different online softwares that basically connected with your LinkedIn and helped manage, automated the connecting process and different follow-up messages and kind of stuff like that, and segmenting those prospects. But we were using it so much, getting such great results with it, that we're like, hey, we have these full-time sales guys. How about we build it for ourselves? So this is actually our company's new software. It's called Connected, and the URL for it is connected.io. org, and it is actually in the Chrome extension. If you go to Google Chrome extensions, you type that in, you can go there, and then we have some different plans, but there, you can get started with it for free. But basically what this system does, and this software does, is it automates the connecting on LinkedIn with the different prospects that we have, that, you know, the people that are in our niche and align with the different offers that we want to sell them. We automate the connection, so when they connect on LinkedIn, and then after they connect with you, what it will do is send multiple follow-up messages until they respond. And then once they respond is when our sales guys go in and get them on the phone, set the meeting. And some of our sales guys, like our sales guys have, most of them started out like not having great sales skills. Some of them have sales skills, but it's a lot different when you're selling different things. There's a learning curve, how to understand it. So either they'll come in, connect, set the meeting, and be on the call with, you know, myself. I very rarely go in unless it's kind of like a higher end thing, or it's normally Brandon or Devin that will go on the call, close the deal, or one of our experienced sales guys will go in there and close it too. So that's something for you guys, is that's what I use. Lead Connect, not Lead Connect, connected.org. to automate my LinkedIn, automate the lead generation process coming in, which is very important. And you're gonna also see, like if you've been following me for a while, like if you see a big theme, it's like systems and a process and automation. You know, the goal of entrepreneurship and building a company, especially an agency, is not to be a slave to that business. The goal is to build an asset, like build a systems around what you're doing, and slowly start to exit yourself out of it, right? Because if you're an entrepreneur, your goal is to solve a problem and then build a system to where you don't have to work in the business, you work on the business, right? Anyways, so the next one is going to be deal tracking. So we have all these leads coming in, right? And also with Connected, if you click the link down below, we're having training back with it on LinkedIn as well. And we'll have a special offer for you guys. Not a lot of money, not like, you know, webinar, none of that. Basically going to be like close to free for you guys. But we use HubSpot. Okay, so at the end, I'm going to jump into my share screen. At the end of the video, I'll add like a little, like show you what each one is. But HubSpot, what it does is whenever we get leads in the door, it's going to track them. So for instance, Roger, one of our guys, he brings a lead in. We get on the call, and you know, we have our discovery call. We talk a lot about like kind of their goals, and you know, we spit out some numbers of, you know, what it's going to be, right? What package that would be the best for them, and you know, the price point of that. And then as I'm on the sales call, you know, my guy is Roger. He's taking notes about the project, notes about the client, his different goals, and what the things that he wants. Well, we use HubSpot and put all of that deal flow in there, right? I'll show you HubSpot, but it's really cool. You can put the client's email, the company, when you talked, when you expect for the deal to close. It also integrates with your email, and so every time you have an email thread or talk with that client, it will automatically put it in their deal, right? So each new contact is a different deal, and you can assign number amounts, which also helps us with our projections of, you know, the revenue that's going to be closing and coming in. And so I think this is one that a lot of, you know, people don't talk about, is utilizing HubSpot to keep that deal flow, like keep tracking that, right? Because it's very important for a lot of you guys that are just starting out. Tracking your deals is not as like, I mean, you should do it. You should track the deals of people you talk to, whether they're cold, because they might want a deal later down the road, right? You know, with our size of an agency, we are dealing with so many leads every single week, so it's a necessity. Without it, there's so much money that would fall through the cracks, right? So definitely use HubSpot. They have a free version that you guys can use, so that is awesome as well. So these are free. I'm going to go over ones that, like most of the stuff I'm trying to do free. Obviously, anyways. Connected, there's a free version. HubSpot, there's a free version that you guys can use. And this is tracking your deals and things like that, keeping you organized. Next one is project management. So my project management systems. What do I do? What software do I use to manage these different projects, right? The client comes in. How do we manage it? How do we make sure we're on track, hitting the right deadlines, actually getting things done, communicating with the client? And what we use is Basecamp, okay? Basecamp's amazing. I'm going to show you that, but it has an app and everything, and it's super easy to keep track. I'm going to show you the app right now. It's called Basecamp 3, and you'll see it right here, right? You know, it has the app, and then I'll show you like a little, I'll find one I can show you. I'll just find, here's like an older one. Here's from TechBuds. Right, so like, it just has our to-dos, our messages, and all that stuff, right? We can schedule out things, we can add to-do lists, we can add different threads to where each point of the project that we use. Like we can even make it so like, this is a thread that only our internal team has. Excuse me, only our internal team sees. Here's a thread that the client is able to see, right? Really amazing for project management. The only thing with Basecamp is it does cost money. It's a little bit more if you want to pay monthly. It's in the little over $100. I think it's $100 a month. But what I always do is I just pay full year, and just for the last like 3 years I've been using it. I just pay the full year, which is just $1,000 flat. It's well worth it. It saves so much time. It's just an amazing way to keep your business organized, and I highly, highly recommend it if that is something that's in your budget. But I also put here or Trello, okay? And Trello is also, if you're using the Trello one, I'm also want you to use Slack as well. But I'll talk about Slack in a second. So Trello is also a project management thing. You have a board and you're able to, I'm going to show you in here, but like you're able to add the different to-dos and like lists of things and check them off one by one, right? But it just doesn't have all of the capabilities that Basecamp does. Basecamp is kind of like Slack and Trello combined, plus adding some, little bit of sprinkles on top of the ice cream cone as well, right? But there's a free version of Trello, right? So, a lot of you guys are just starting out and you don't have that extra money to invest in those things. But, that's what I would use there, right? And let me just write some notes for Basecamp, like the importance of project management, because I kind of want to teach you about the project management stuff. The key important thing that I always follow with this is like, you want to, at the start of the project, sorry, this marker is weird. Give me 2 seconds. Anyways, I'll just talk about it. So like one of the important things when you're managing projects and why some people mess up and they don't stay on track is because they're not organized. And so whenever you're managing projects, it's really important for you as soon as you go in there, like you get the client, onboard that client right away. And what we always do, and I have my team do, is go in to the to-dos and like literally list out everything that needs to be done and set due dates and time dates with it, right? So then you're not like thinking, oh, what do I need to do today? Like literally just do it up front. Prepare, and just set all that stuff up, and it's going to be, way easier on you. Those are things that I would say about project management. Next thing is team communication. So we use Slack. We use Basecamp as well, but Basecamp isn't super great for like instant chat. So we have like channels and groups in Slack. I'll show you that in a little bit. Sorry, this video is going long, but I hope you guys are getting value. Please stay to the end. This is good stuff. Take notes, all that. We use Slack, and so Slack allows you to have different channels, and it's almost like works as like text messages and stuff. So if there's something that's super urgent and immediate that needs to be done, needs my attention, people will use Slack. But if it's about like, we have a project thread, it's not like super immediate, or there's iterations on say, a funnel or something like that we're working on, we always want to keep it in Basecamp, because in Basecamp, we want the project management. We want to know what's going on exactly in the project. I use Slack just to communicate to my team, like, here's a link to our, our Monday meeting, right? Here's the link to our Wednesday, like midweek kickoff, right? And if they have just different things that are important and urgent and they need to hit me up right away, I always know Slack. I need to really look at that, right? So that's Slack. It's what we use. And then ClickFunnels is the last thing. Excuse me. So ClickFunnels is what we use for landing pages and building our funnels. So a lot of our clients, we build their funnels. We build their online marketing funnels, as well as a lot of our different products and services that we have on the back end. We use ClickFunnels. So a lot of you guys, you're working with your different clients, you're running their ads and building their funnels, right? So I'm sure you've heard of ClickFunnels. For those of you that are new, It's places to build your landing pages, to drive traffic to where people can opt in for different things and you can remarket. It's almost like a little version, a little mini website, small pages. And the goal of those landing pages is to optimize for conversions versus sending somebody to a website when really all you want them to do is opt in for this thing. So then you can try to sell them later down the road. Instead of sending them to a website, you send them to a landing page, which is like literally bam, 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 click here, do this exact thing. A website, my camera died. A website will psychologically kind of like, there's so many options. So like, it's not just good for whenever you're trying to build like funnels and things like that. So yeah, that's basically it for all the softwares that I use, to be honest. I don't really use anything else for my business. I know this sounds like a lot, but I'm just kind of putting it all out there for you. I hope you guys got value from this. I'm going to jump over to my computer, just do a little run through of each one of these. I'm going to show you Connected, our site, to get access to that. I'm going to show you how to do HubSpot, Basecamp, Trello, Slack, and then what ClickFunnels looks like. ClickFunnels, by the way, if you want a 14-day free trial for that, there'll be a link down in the description below. So let's hop over to my computer right now. All right, what's going on, guys? So now I'm going to show you all these different things, the softwares that we're talking about. So first off, this is Connected. This is our site. It's just connected.org. There'll be a link in the description. But this is basically what it does. Like, it's for LinkedIn, automates your LinkedIn. It's a little Chrome extension up here, and what it will do is it will auto connect with the prospects that you choose and the people that you want to connect with. It'll send a follow-up connection message of like, hey, my name's Elliot. I'd love to connect with you. I love what you're doing in the space. I would be happy to add you to my network. Something around those lines, right? And then after the person accepts the connection message on LinkedIn, what it will do is it will send them a follow-up of more of like an intent-based thing. So I'm going to be making a video really soon about the process for you. So like, what is the process from like reaching out? How do you get someone from LinkedIn to a first discovery call to then a second call where you can close, like that whole process, what it looks like, and give you guys some training on it. So stay tuned to my channel for that. But anyways, this is how it is, and it syncs with like HubSpot, which I'm going to talk about here, and all that good stuff, right? So this is LinkedIn, how to automate all of that with LinkedIn, okay? So this is that. You guys can check it out. Here's like just the pricing of it. You can start here with our free version, which is 0 lifetime, and it has all this, but there's a limited amount of connection invites that you can make per day, and then it moves all the way up here. And the reason it stops at 100 people you connect with per day is because LinkedIn doesn't allow it. It'll ban your account, basically. Okay, so this is LinkedIn software. And now this is HubSpot. I'll show you a little bit, but just for just sensitive reasons, hope you guys understand. I'm not going to be able to show you everything here, but just go to HubSpot and do like HubSpot marketing and sales. And this basically is what allows you to keep track of everything inside of HubSpot, the deal flow section that I was talking about, right? Here's just kind of like a little dashboard, right? This is what the dashboard looks like. You'll see some logged emails. I'll show you a little bit. But this is kind of like the cool thing that it looks like, all right? Now, this is Basecamp. Likewise, I can't really show you everything here, but this is the one that we just onboarded. Like we literally are onboarding as we speak, so I can show you this project before there's stuff in here. But basically, this is what it looks like. So you have like all your different projects here, and it's course development package. And then we have like Campfire and Basecamp, which this is more for just like random like questions and communication, not something that's relevant. We have our message board here, which this is what we use to basically like different subjects, right? So like, let me do an instance. So like, we'll always do access. I don't know why my guys didn't use our template here, but they should have. But we'll do access. And so like, this is like, hey, client, we are going to use this thread to confirm and talk about everything regarding access to your accounts, right? This is what we use, and we just keep everything in this message board. So I'll post it here, not write anything because Brandon's doing some stuff in there. And then we have these different message boards, right? So we can even go in here, and then we'll do funnel iterations, post, and then everything about funnel iterations be here, right? So people can come in, you know, I can tag Brandon when I'm talking about this different thing, or I can tag the client there as well. So the way that you use this is you can go up here to add, and then go here and then add a client to this project. And then that's what allows you to basically, like, you know, differentiate things. This is our to-do board. And you can add these different to-do lists, right? So he already has this thing here, but let's just do list, and we always do internal, right? So if I put internal here, that means like only the client can't see it. So you know, we can add these different, this is what's really cool and why I like it. It's like here, I'll just do this. I'm making a YouTube video at Brandon. Ignore this and delete once you see it. So, and then like say I can assign it. So say that this was, hey Brandon, make sure to create the first iteration of, you know, the guy's funnel, make sure to do, you know, schedule out the consulting calls with him. And I assign that to Brandon, notify when done myself, add a to-do date, and I'll say maybe it needs to be done on the 13th, right? And I add that to do. So bam. That's why I like this, helps you stay on track, and what I was talking about earlier of making sure that you stay on track there with these different things, okay? Next thing is we have like automatic check-ins, so we can add like reoccurring questions. And what's also cool is that everything goes to your email. I have so many emails here, so hold on. Everything goes directly to your email when Basecamp. So that's, oh, this is the wrong email. Hold on, guys. I have way too many. So like with Basecamp, everything, like every message goes to your email. So I'm able to like follow up and do all of this stuff with it. So for instance, like here, it's because I just signed into Trello and I don't really use that, but I'm gonna show you. Say this was a message in Basecamp, I could say Boomerang. This is another tool I use if you guys want this. It's just like connects to your Google. Just go to the Chromes and then connect this. And I can say, if nobody responds on this thread and by tomorrow morning, send me that email back, right? Which is honestly pretty cool. Or in 1 hour, right? And it'll send that back to me. So like, for instance, you'll see here, Boomerang returned, right? I made this come back because I was making sure Roger was able to, you know, set this meeting and make sure he followed up. And just in case he didn't, I returned it to my email so then I could make sure it followed up, right? So yeah, that's what's cool about Basecamp. Schedule, you can add like a schedule here. We don't really, sometimes we'll do like end of the month report or whatever, but normally we don't do that. Then we add documents and files. So we add like all relevant things to the project. We keep them all here, the different logins and, you know, like the scope of the project. So this literally everything for this client project is in one place, okay? So now I've talked about Basecamp and this is what we use. This is the paid one. We just pay $1,000 for the full year. If you pay monthly, it's going to be more expensive by like $300, I think, over the year. So we just pay in full. And then the next thing that we use, well, we don't use this, but this is Trello. So for instance, like right here, I'm working on my new program 2.0. And so I have it mapped out here. So you can kind of see how the to-do things work. So you have like main things, so you can do to-do lists like week 1, week 2, week 3, and add these different boards to it, right? And then just like keep track of everything here. So I'm still building this out, but then you can like, you know, go here and then, you know, archive, or you can label it as like done or whatever you want to do there. Okay, so this is another way you can automate it. So now what I'm going to go into, which if you're using this version, because Trello is free, just go to Trello.com. They have a free version and a paid version. I use Slack with it, so I can't really show you a lot of this stuff, but like I can show you this team thread right here. So like you can see we integrate with our calendar, like we have our team like gets all of our calls that come here, and we can like instant chat with everyone from our team. We can come here and talk to all of them there as well. So this is how Slack really works, to be honest, okay? So, you know, I posted this, and this Money Team, this is like all of our sales guys that are in here, and this is how we do that. So like this is me right here, sending them a training video that we have unlisted. It's just like a live call with me closing this funnel deal. It's actually a pretty cool call. I kind of want to post it on my YouTube, but I don't know if the client would be happy with it. But anyways, that's Slack. That's easy to set up as well. And then the next one is just ClickFunnels. Okay, so this is ClickFunnels. Like this is going to be our funnel for connected. Actually, I don't think this one is built yet, to be honest. I think, yeah, so like this is one we're working on right now for connected, you know, talking about our meetings and stuff. And we use this funnel because, you know, we're trying to sell it because, you know, we developed this for our own internal team and got such great results that we started selling it as a service to clients, which we still do. And then what we did was just invested and built our own software because it's so powerful. And then plus we're able to offer a much more affordable price for the results that it's able to drive than all the other competitors. So stay tuned for this. I'll kind of talk to you guys about like the launch a little more on my YouTube. Also feel free to DM me on Instagram if you want early access to this as well. So yeah, this is ClickFunnels. So if you look in the description, I have a free 14-day trial for ClickFunnels. It's amazing. Like, you know, we use so much ClickFunnels stuff. Like, it's pretty nuts, but this is amazing. You know, like here's like a dentist funnel. I can share this stuff with you. I don't even know if it's in here. We have like 3 different ClickFunnels accounts, but like, see, like right here for you guys that are running ads or something, like here's like a perfect landing page. Instead of sending someone to a website, you can send someone here, collect their email and phone number, which then, like, you know, you can set this up with Zapier, whatever you want to call it, and then whenever they fill this out, it'll send the lead information directly to like your dentist patient or your chiropractor or whatever. So also comment down below if you guys want this. I'll give you guys this as well if you want it. So just let me know. Have lots of free funnels and stuff that I'm willing to give you guys. But you have to subscribe to the channel. If you don't, then sorry. But that's basically it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it and you thought you got value, please hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on those notifications. There's a little bell next to the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you all the best in your journey, and I hope that you guys are hitting your goals. And just remember that anything is possible. It just takes a little bit of hard work, okay? So if you guys are ever feeling discouraged, anything like that, you know, business is hard, but let the compound effect come into play. And the compound effect is making those small, seemingly insignificant choices every single day that are going to compound into the life that you want to live, right? So sending those extra emails, making those extra calls, doing all those things and reading those other books is what's going to help you grow. It's what's going to take you to the next level, right? Like I started 4 years ago in my grandparents' like attic, right? Like I started in the attic there. My mom like had a bad upbringing, right? And I had to get out. And so I literally just spent hours just on my computers researching, reading books. And then those small decisions that I was making every single day there where I was broke, not making any money, have compounded into where I am now with a full office, full team, and, you know, doing well and teaching you guys, and found what I loved at 20 years old. So it's crazy how life works. Just keep pushing, you know. And if you guys ever need anything, if you ever need someone to talk to about your situation, anything, I am always here. Best place to reach me is Instagram. It's just Elliot Drake, ELLIOT, 1 T, and then Drake, like the rapper, and then underscore. Shoot me a DM. I'd love to talk. So hope you guys the best. I'll see you guys soon. See ya.